Of something that you have seen before. It just so happens that 1 year prior to the discovery of the new message, and in the very same wheat field, this depiction appeared. The old message had a depiction of a radio telescope, and the bottom portion of the new message appears to have a surprising resemblance to that crop formation. It is believed to relate to the field of hyperdimensional physics. Could this represent a form of communication that is faster than light, which could be used to communicate with whoever created the latest crop circle formation? Let's review what can be derived from the Cherbolton message. If the information presented in the message is correct, we now know that we are not alone in the universe. There is intelligent life on Mars and on the moons of Jupiter. We know the general form and size of what they look like, where they come from, the composition of their DNA, and their population. We also know how they communicate, and most importantly, that they want to communicate with us. So let's now review what we do not know. Why do they want to communicate with us? What is their intentions? How will this affect mankind? If we were able to communicate with them, what would we say? What do we do if they want to land their spaceships and make direct physical contact with us? We also have to ask, why is there no reporting of this most important discovery in the news media? But the most important question is, what is the meaning of this huge face which exists in a wheat field in England? Does it depict the face of humanity? Is this the face of an alien species? Whose face is it? And what does it mean for mankind? Is somebody simply trying to get our attention? If so, I believe they have succeeded. Questions? Okay.
Do you have a website?
Yes, I do. It's in the book. Did you get a copy of the book?
Yes.
It's there. The video, the books, as many copies as you want, and anything else that you want, free to anybody. Just let me know what you want. Yes, ma'am.
Why do you think majority of these crop circles are being formed in England? It seems like most of them are in England.
I have no idea. Of course, that one important crop circle was right across the road from Stonehenge, which is, well, who knows what the meaning of Stonehenge
I was
is.
there last night, summer solstice.
Yeah. The one big thing about this that is really something that I'm going to be watching for is the fact that right now is the season for new crop circle formations. I can't wait to find out what's going to happen next. Now, whatever happens next is obviously going to be something better than what we got already, and that's pretty hard to do with that face. I mean, that's pretty spectacular. But then you got to ask yourself, now what if there weren't any more? What does that mean? Does that mean they've told us all they already want to know, that they want to tell us? Or are they prevented? Yeah. Okay, folks, any other questions? Yes?
Any clue on which group is responding?
Well, it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious. The folks from Mars. I mean, it made it pretty obvious that that humanoid form was from Mars.
What took them 24 years or whatever, because Mars isn't that far away at the speed of light.
You're asking me?
It took them that long to decipher our message. They're not good in binary?
What can I say? The thing is, you got to ask yourself, why are they using crop circles as a means of communications? It's pretty obvious they had to wait until we were able to fly to be able to see these things from the air and be able to discern what they mean. And they had to wait till we were ready. If you ask me, that's what it was. They had to wait till we were ready to hear them. Yes?
Well, you know, like, maybe it just means fourth planet from their solar system. You know what I mean?
I hadn't thought of that.
Could have been Zetas. They look like the Zetas to me. And
Yeah.
and maybe they're just saying we live on the fourth or fifth planet. I forget which one.
You're right. It could, that could be it. But the thing that gets me is that there are 9 planets around a sun, just like ours.
The configuration was the same.
Yeah.
Other than those 3.
Other than those 3. So it tends to make me think it's our solar system. Yes.
If you go back and look at that, you'll see that the symbol for the sun is different for each one of those.
Well, they had to make it smaller in order to make a room for the Jupiter's moons. They had to make it smaller because they were running out of dots and spaces. But that's a good point. Anything else? Yes?
Anything new about Planet X?
All I do is revert as the Zeta talk. They seem to know what's going on with Planet X. And as they say, it looks like we got about a year before it gets here. And I was amazed. Did anyone go on their website of Zeta Talk and check out that new global map that they have of what our globe is going to look like after it's tilted? I mean, that is pretty incredible. I mean, you got to check that out, folks. It's pretty incredible. Anybody else?
What website is that?
www.zetatalk.com. Yes, sir.
It's interesting, Maurice, that Ed Dames gave a particular information about shifting things.
Yes, he was right on.
So there was Gordon Scallion gave one,
Mm-hmm.
talking about a possible extremely large earthquake on the New Madrid Fault. Last week there was one on the northern portion of the New Madrid Fault, 5 point something, I don't know, Illinois,
Evansville, Indiana.
Indiana, in an area that normally doesn't have it. It just, it's maybe a coincidence that all 3 of these people came within a couple weeks of each other on there, and all talking about the same thing of a major planet coming close, maybe causing extreme damage to the population. So.
Yes.